Welcome to the Daughter Rise channel. My name is Yvonne and this channel is all about bringing you news and content surrounding childhood sexual abuse. On this channel I share my past experiences of going through sexual abuse, how it affected my life, different things that I learned along my journey. I also cover news stories as well from other survivor stories from around the world to give voice to their experience and raise awareness about sexual abuse. Now if it's your first time to this channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I do any new uploads, and if you like any of the videos, don't forget to like and share them. The independent inquiry into childhood sexual abuse was set up after Jimmy Savile. I don't know if you've heard of him in your country, but over here in UK London everybody knows about Jimmy Savile. He was a presenter and entertainer back in the 1980s, and on his passing it came to light that he'd abused hundreds of children, and it was actually quite appalling. The inquiry was set up in the aftermath to look at the way reporting was done in regards to childhood sexual abuse. Now there was many things that happened with the inquiry. You know, it had quite a few chairs. I think we're now on the 4th chair. Her name is Professor Alexis J. She headed up the Rotherham inquiry that again was looking into the child sexual exploitation of young girls up in Rotherham, and the inquiry seems to be going in the right direction. The independent inquiry into childhood sexual abuse is made up of 3 strands. We have the panel hearings, we have research and analysis, and the Truth Project. If you haven't seen my video on the Truth Project, I will leave a link to in the description bar below. I took part in the Truth Project in May 2018 last year, where I went and spoke to somebody about my experience. Overall it was a very good experience. The only thing I found quite difficult was the fact that there wasn't any proper aftercare, but I did go on to explain a bit about that in that video, so please do check that out. So how I came to find out about the forum event is that a few months ago I signed up to become a member, and they sent through a newsletter regularly, and they were talking about this event being held in London in August. So I thought that I would go along because I wanted to see what they were going to talk about, and you know, to be part of a process that looks at solutions for sexual abuse. So the Culture Change Forum event was really looking at ways in which we can start to engage more openly in society about childhood sexual abuse, looking at what we can do to break down the stigma of talking about it, looking at the facts and myths, looking at what would help, what doesn't help, how we can engage in that conversation. So I can't really go into really too much about what was discussed in the event, but what I can say is that it was a very positive event with a lot of feedback that was given to the people who were running the event. We had the head of engagement that was there, we had people who were involved in policy that was there that were taking notes. We had 3 different questions that they posed to us. We worked in groups, and each of us that was on the table was able to have a time where we could talk about what we felt would help. Now I know that some people are really negative about the independent inquiry into childhood sexual abuse. I've seen comments and different things about the way that it's been run, but you know, I'm a person that likes to give things a chance, and I can only talk from my personal experience of going through the Truth Project and also now coming to this forum culture change event. I think that they are going in the right direction. Now it's all going to depend really on what they do with that information, what the chair panel is going to recommend. That is really going to be the pivotal point of everything that has been going on. But what I'm glad to see is that everybody that was involved in the processes to help survivors really are trying to think about what it will take to help people to open up about this discussion. For instance, even at the Culture Change event, they had actually 2 counsellors on hand for people in case they found the event triggering or found the event stressful. I thought that was quite thoughtful. I also like the fact that they split people into 3 groups, which gave everybody a bit more of an intimate time to be able to talk. And you know, nobody really went into their experiences of sexual abuse. It was just more around issues surrounding it, and everybody got a chance to speak quite openly and share what they wanted to share. People gave really good feedback, and it was a thing where everybody was really passionate about just helping and passionate about, you know, sharing their voice. You know, I really do honestly think that this is the best shot as survivors we're going to get on the governmental level in this country, in the UK, where we can have a part in helping to shape change. I left the event feeling really, really positive. It was only a 2.5-hour event, and it was a really well-timed event, I think. I think for somebody who may have struggled with the information or struggled in that environment, 2.5 hours seemed quite suffice. You know, it was, as I said, well-timed. Everything ran on time. Even though we started a little bit later, like 10-15 minutes later, it still ended in a timely manner. I really think that the intent behind what the IICSA are doing is with good heart, you know, and they're doing all the right things, I feel, to engage with survivors and to listen to people's thoughts and opinions on things that they found impactful. So I'm looking forward to going to other events by the Independent Inquiry into Childhood Sexual Abuse. I think one of the things I probably will be interested in going to when I have some time between work is to go to one of the hearings. I think that's one of the things I really would like to go to. And I really think that, you know, it was a positive experience. I left there feeling really positive and feeling really charged up to continue to speak out on behalf of survivors of childhood sexual abuse, because I think in the last few weeks, for me especially, I think that I have been feeling a bit discouraged at times. To go to that event actually reignited that fire. It didn't go out within me, that passion for the cause, but it reignited that fire that, no, you know, there's important work to be done, you know, and it's important, it's hard, but it's important that I continue to keep going with the things that I am doing. So that was just my quick little video about it. I'm sorry I couldn't go into lots more detail, but out of respect of the process and respect of the other people that attended the event, you know, I just wanted to just give you a brief overview and give my thoughts on it. But don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, because, you know, I've got other things coming up, and shortly, you know, I'm going to be having people where I'm going to be interviewing them. I don't know if it will be face to face, it might be an audio interview of people just talking about their experience and trying to encourage other people. So please do listen out for that. If you want to contact me, please visit info@daughterarise.org.uk. You can email me, or you can visit the website at www.daughterarise.org.uk. So until the next time, take care.